Hi everyone, can I just ask you all to please be seated as we'll be starting shortly. Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Would you please join me in welcoming tonight's official guests? And now the reason that we're all here, please welcome with a round of applause our pilot graduates tonight, QG33. So before I begin with the formal welcome, I need to give a short safety brief and run through some housekeeping items. To those of you here in person today, can I ask that you please ensure that your phones are left on silent? In the unlikely event of an emergency, please exit via the same door from which you entered. There will be staff and wardens guiding you to the emergency evacuation point, which is on the lawn in front of the training centre. Toilets are located next to the bar, and there are also toilets available in the training centre. So first and foremost, good evening everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight as we celebrate the graduation of QG33. My name's Lorenzo Lombardo and I'm the course leader for QG34, and it's my pleasure to be your MC for tonight's event. I'd like to begin by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which we live, work and celebrate today. We recognise their continued connection to country, waterways and community, and we pay respects to their elders, past, present and emerging. I extend that respect to any First Nations and Torres Strait Islander people here today. FTA would also like to extend a very warm welcome to all of our guests, Captain Tony McDonald, Chief Pilot and Head of Flight Operations for National Jet Systems, First Officer Glenn Harris, Boeing 787 Type-Rated Instructor, Qantas Airways, Mr. Pierre Stain, Chief Operating Officer, FTA Queensland, Ms. Kelly Bandit, General Manager for Wellcamp Airport, Mayor Jeff McDonald, Toowoomba Regional Council, FTA staff, parents, family, friends, students, online guests, and of course, not forgetting our graduates, QG33. We will now watch a short video made by the QG33 course members.
Slow down any faster and you're falling. Lean back, let's not rush until the end. If you and me, we met at midnight, I could show you how to live right. I could give you everything you wanted. Gold hips and a body cut like diamond. Those lips give your silhouette a sound. If you and me, we met at midnight, I could show you how to live right. I could give you everything you wanted. Don't take my hand, I could give you everything you wanted. We don't need no conversation, give you everything you wanted. Now I understand, I could give you everything you wanted. What a beautiful sensation, give you everything you wanted. Baby, I like the way you dance.
way you do it. You play the guitar on the MTV. That ain't working, that's the way you do it. Money for nothing and your cheese for free. Now that ain't working, that's the way you do it. Let me tell you, them guys ain't dumb. Maybe get a blister on your little finger. Maybe get a blister on your thumb. We got some install microwave ovens, custom kitchen deliveries. We got some movies, refrigerators. We got some movies, color TV. Ooh, I'm
Now listen, we're stepping out. I'm gonna turn around. Wanna turn around once and we'll do the eagle run. Boy, you rock it swell. Yeah, you do it so well. Boy, you do it so well when we do the eagle run. Yeah, you rock it fine. Why don't you give me a sign? Just give me a sign and we'll do the eagle run. Hey, oh, eagle rock, yeah, I'm
Bank angle, bank angle, bank angle.
eagle rock. Whoa, come on fast, come on slow. I'm just crazy about the way we move. You and eagle rock. One more, yeah, rock is fine. Why don't you give me a sign? Just gotta give me a sign and we'll do the eagle run. Oh, baby, well, I feel so free. What you do to me? What you do to me when we do the eagle run? Hey, good old eagle rock, really stay. I'm just crazy about the way we move. You and eagle rock.
I would now like to call Mr. Pierre Stain to address the audience. Thanks, Pierre.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and a warm welcome from Toowoomba and the Qantas Group Pilot Academy. Everybody got the memo, but I think the mayor must be away too long because he's the only one with a jacket on this evening. Welcome, Jeff. It's amazing that video that we've just watched there. You know, I look at the photographs of the base visit they had, and most elected to stand next to A330 or cockpit photographs, but Yogi elected to be next to the tug. Well done, Yogi. You are different. You are special to us, Yogi. All right, ladies and gentlemen, to all our guests, welcome to you. We appreciate you being here and the support you provide us. To all the family and friends and loved ones that are here this evening, welcome to you. And those that are joining us online as well that can't be here, a warm welcome to you too. And let me just start off by saying that this evening would not be possible had it not been for a wonderful complement of staff that we have in FTA Queensland. And there's a lot of people that work behind the scenes to make this night possible. Not just this night, but 56 weeks worth of effort to get these 16 individuals sitting in front of you tonight. So to FTA staff, I appreciate your contribution, and you do make a difference. I think tonight it's important to identify one department that's working extremely hard, especially of late, of all the bad weather events that we've had, is the engineering department. The effort that they've put in to keep the aircraft serviceable for you to fly to be where you are, they've done an exceptional job. So I'd just like to thank them for what they have done. And they work in this type of environment every day. Now, for those present here, for the guests that are present here, you know, to you this is graduation, and they've 56 weeks later from when they started, they have now graduated, they have 3 diplomas, and they have multiple licenses and endorsements on their licenses. But that to most doesn't mean much. I'd just like to put that in context a bit. This 56 weeks has been, it started off slowly, but it grows exponentially in terms of the effort required, the workload that's required. And I always equate this to the frog in the water being boiled over a period of time. You know, the pressure is relentless. I told you at the beginning when you started this course that this course is going to change you. I think you all can agree that it has changed you. But you wouldn't be good judges of that. Your family and friends that are here, when you go home, they will see a different person than the individual that joined us here 56 weeks ago. So why did that happen? What is the difference? It's that hardship, that discipline, that perseverance, that suffering, the pain, going through the ATPL phase of passing that dreaded flight planning exam, performance and loading, and the systems exam. That's the character-forming events that you have experienced during this course. And to that, for those that are present here this evening, those that have gone through university, doctors, engineers, those type of individuals, even they struggle with the pace of this course. Just to give you a bit of an idea of what effort is required to pass this course. Now, I said earlier on, this course changes you, and it does. But what I want to say to you, to the 16 candidates sitting here this evening, is experience is not what happens to you, but experience is what you do with what happens to you. The last time around, I provided a bit of an analogy, and I'd like to do it again. There's the story of the guy walking around in his house. Last time I said it was myself, and people thought I was a bit strange. I'll say it's another individual. So the guy was walking around the house, decided to go somewhere, he got his car keys, and he was walking to the front door, and on the way to the front door, he dropped the keys. And as that happened, the electricity went off. And there he was in the house trying to find his car keys. And he bumped into stuff, and he hurt his shin on a coffee table, and he couldn't find his keys. At that point in time, he looked up through the window, and he saw outside the window the street lights were still on. So he went out the front door, went to the street lights on the pavement, and he started looking for his keys. And he kept on doing this for a while, and his neighbor saw him. And his neighbor walked up to him, and he said to him, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm looking for my keys." He said, "Let me help you." And there they are looking for the keys. After a while, they can't find it. His neighbor asked him, "Where did you lose your keys?" He said, "No, I lost it inside the house." He said, "Why are you doing it here?" He said, "It's much easier. There's a light here. It's comfortable. It's not dangerous." Now, that's what happens to us in life. When we experience hardship, especially in Western society, what do? We go outside where it's comfortable, where we don't have pain, where we don't have suffering, and that's where we go and look for the solutions. So what I say to you, QG16, you should embrace those moments of suffering and pain. That's the point where you actually grow as individuals. That's where, and you would think this is a bit of an oxymoron, but those are the times where you're going to experience joy as well. And you would reflect back on this course. You had moments of joy, even during the hardship. That's when you make friendships that last for life. So embrace those moments of hardship and suffering. I once saw a piece on a play that was being prepared. And just to set the scenario, it's a stage with 3 walls, and inside this room is a male and a female, man and wife, and they're having an argument, but this is the the run-up that they're doing for the play. And there's a guy outside and there's a door. And on a certain cue, the guy must come through the door and he has to play his part. So he's standing outside the door, waiting for the cue, and there's no cue. And all of a sudden, he hears a crash inside the room. And he thought, all right, I better go in. This is my time to go. And as he opens the door is obstructed by a chair. The guy inside threw the chair, so he's obstructed by the chair. So he doesn't know what to do because this is not in the script. So he looks at the director and he asks the director, what should I do? And the director tells him, use the difficulty. And he said, what do you mean, use the difficulty? He said, well, if this was a comedy, walk in, trip over the chair and for some comic relief. But if this was a drama, walk in, pick up the chair and smash it for that dramatic effect. So what I'm saying to you, QG33, use your opportunities and use your difficulties. Don't shy away from them to your benefit. All right? Every difficulty is an opportunity available to you. In your careers going forward, your type ratings, before we get to the type ratings, your selection, getting through selection, take every single one of those as an opportunity to learn and learn from those, and as well as your type ratings. If you have that mindset, the rest of your career is going to be testing. The rest of your career is going to be, you're going to be checked every 6 months, 12 months, whatever that's going to be. So embrace those, see those as opportunities. Don't see that as an encumbrance or something that you look up, you don't want to do. So please have that type of mindset. Going forward, you'll have to be disciplined. All right? You'll have to prepare all your time, your entire life. This career, you can't afford to just rest and do nothing. There's always growth, there's always knowledge that you will have to gain. So be disciplined in your approach. We all, whoever we are, we have, and this is QG33, I'm specifically talking to you right now, we have our filters and our biases. And that dictates to a large degree how we see this world. All right? And what creates those filters and biases? It's your upbringing, it's your education, it's the friends you have, the family you have. That creates the biases that we have, the experience that you have in life. There's this, they call it, in Western society especially, they call it the dualistic mindset. What you will see is that us and them type scenario, right? It's either black or it's white. It's either Labour or it's LNP. It's either Republican or it's Democratic. There's always an us and them scenario. That's how we think, that's what we get, that's what we see on TV most of the time. So it's an us and them scenario, and it's not a collaborative type of approach. So what I suggest to you, QG33, in the lives going forward, have a collaborative approach to everything. Take the good from every scenario and discard the bad. Don't have that dualistic mindset. And a way to describe that to you, so you remember that, there was this guy taking his dog for a walk next to the lake, and he sees a stick. So he picks up the stick and he throws it into the lake, and he tells his dog to go and get the stick. Dog runs off, runs on top of the water, gets the stick and runs back. And the guy looks around. Is there anybody that's seen this, my dog running in the water? So there's no one there. Next day he decides to get a friend as a witness. So they walk out to the lake, picks up the stick and throws it out on this lake. And the dog runs out, runs on the water, gets the stick, comes back. He said, did you see that? Did you see that? The guy said, yes. He said, what do you think of that? He said, I don't think your dog can swim. Always some different way to look at life. And please embrace that. All right? Take the good from every situation, discard the bad. So what I'd like you to do now, QG33, I'd like you to stand, turn around, stand, turn around, and I want all family and friends to put our hands together and congratulate these 16 individuals. Thank you. I'd like to call on Captain Tony McDonald to say a couple of words, please, Tony.
Thank you, Pierre. Very wise words. I enjoy coming here. This is my second trip, and I really enjoy the wise words of wisdom. So please pay attention to those words, and it'll stand you in good stead. So as mentioned, I'm Tony MacDonald, Chief Pilot and Head of Flying Operations for National Jet Systems. So we're part of the Qantas Group. We operate under the Qantas Link regional banner. And it's a pleasure to be here today. Thank you for having me. And also my compatriot Glenn here. It's a pleasure to be here to represent the Qantas Group. So I just wanted to focus on the achievements of QG33. I was fortunate enough to meet you all prior to this briefly. A fine, upstanding group. Really enjoyed talking to you, and it's really good to see the enthusiasm and excitement for what lies ahead. So I think back to my time many years ago now, and it does bring me back to those days, and it's a lot of nostalgia, so make the most of it. So what you've been through is a very intensive course. We all know that. It's a big challenge. It tests you. It forces you out of your comfort zone, as Pierre said. It forces you to develop a skill set to cope. It forces you to adapt. You have to manage the workload. You have to focus. And what I like to touch on is resilience. It teaches you resilience, and you've all actually demonstrated that you've got resilience. You're well on that pathway. We train resilience in our pilot cohort in our organisation. The pilots run through simulator scenarios and the like to build that resilience. It's a never-ending sort of pathway of that skill set. So well done to building some resilience. It's really pleasing to see. The other piece that goes with resilience is growth mindset. So really important to have a growth mindset, and I'm sure you all do. Growth mindset means that you're positive, you're looking for opportunities, and that's the perfect thing that you need right now because you're going through the next stage of your career, which is at the moment a pretty short career, but hopefully it will be a very lengthy and successful one. So keep that growth mindset and keep open to opportunities and positivity, and good things will come your way. The third element there is hard work. You can't get anywhere without some hard work. So if you combine those three, resilience, growth mindset and hard work, you'll go a long way. So congratulations, today marks the first day of the rest of your career. It's a big statement, and it's actually an accurate statement, so well done. It's a pleasure to be able to be here and share that with you. What I would recommend, if you haven't already, start making some goals. Think about your year 1, 2 years, 5 years, even 10 years. Seems like a long way off at the moment, but trust me, it goes quick. So focus on those. Obviously, you'll have some immediate things that you'll be wanting to do, but keep those long-term goals in mind the whole time, and that'll guide you to where you need to go. A little bit about NJS, it's a bit of a sales pitch. National Jet Systems, subsidiary of Qantas. We operate under the Qantas Link brand. We've just retired our Boeing 717 fleet, and now we've brought in the A220, Airbus A220 fleet. So the Airbus A220, we have 5 of them at the moment. We'll have 11 by the end of this year, and we're looking to build the airline up to 29. So substantially bigger than what we already are at the moment. So we've got about 160 pilots. We'll build that up to around about 350. And the important part about all of that is that to get all of those pilots, we're actually going to need to start a pathway out of the academy to bring pilots into National Jet Systems. From there, you'll be right seat, and then you can internally transfer wherever you might like in the Qantas Group. So whether you'd like an opportunity to do long haul or something else in the Qantas Group, those opportunities will be there. So we'll be working on that this year, closely with my head of training and checking. We'll put that pathway in place, and we'll be looking to recruit towards the back end of this year to manage that big ramp up that we're going to face. So really pleasing news, and it's not something National Jet's done before, but I've certainly worked in organisations that has that pathway, so we know exactly how to do it, and we are looking forward to having some of you come into our organisation. Just talking about the A220, it's a lovely piece of machinery. It's actually a Bombardier. It was designed by Bombardier, clean sheet design from Canada. They got it to certification and production, but unfortunately, due to a number of reasons, they couldn't continue with it, so Airbus came in and purchased it. So it's branded an Airbus, but it's actually a Bombardier. On my licence, it's a BD500, but we all call it an Airbus, and it sits in there under the Airbus family. So Qantas were instrumental in its design because Qantas said if we want to buy the A220, we'll need it to be able to go from any point in Australia to any other point in Australia. So it's got the range to fly East Coast, West Coast, Tasman, up into Asia via Darwin. It's got a similar range to A320 and 737, a little bit smaller, 137 seats with 10 business. The cabin is amazing, the customers love it. We track what our customer satisfaction scores are, and they're very good. Big wide windows, spacious, it's lovely. And up the front, it's got all the bells and whistles. So as pilots, you'll love that. The younger generation loves it more than the older generation, I think. I think some of us might struggle a little bit, but it's definitely got a lot of tech. It's taken a lot of learnings from 350, 380, and also 787. So it's very nice. Just to touch on the industry itself. So the industry is still very positive in this part of the world. Obviously, we're well out of COVID now. Things have ramped up. In the Qantas group, we're looking to obviously bring in the A350. We've got the A321XLR in a couple of months' time. Jetstar's still bringing in A321LRs. We've obviously got our A220s. We've got our Q400 single fleet now in what we call turbos, which is our Eastern and Sun State airline. So there's lots of opportunities still. We're in a little bit of a stagnation phase as we start off 2025, but we will actually pick up as the year goes on. So it's looking pretty exciting and very positive. So focusing back on QG33, so it is your day. I want to recognise your achievements, celebrate your success with you, and congratulate you on the start of what's hopefully going to be an exciting and fulfilling career. So what I would like to talk about now is, when I think back over my 30 years in the industry, what would I tell my younger self if I had the opportunity now that I know what I know, which is still not everything, but a lot more than I did 30 years ago. I've sat next to hundreds of pilots. I've been fortunate to be in the training and checking space, in the left seat, the right seat, the jump seat. And during all that time, I've had a lot of time to observe pilots and observe what they do good and what they do bad. And so you try to distill that down and what makes a good pilot. There's some definite common characteristics that I've observed over my time. So I've come up with 5 today. It's not all of them, but it's a good start. The first one is professionalism. Goes without saying, and I think from what I've seen and what I've met, you've all got that already. But what I do see in the professional pilot mentality is high standards. They wear the uniform with pride. They're always on time. They're very respectful and courteous. And they see the job not as a job but as a vocation. So if you see it as a vocation rather than a job, I think that changes your mindset, and you're in it for the long haul, and you're in it to get as much out of it as you can, but also to give it back as much as you can also. The second one is a desire to learn and improve. So what I see as a successful pilot doing is they're always trying to learn more and improve. So once you get into an airline role, if that's the path you choose to take, that's not where it stops. That's just the beginning of the next stage. And it's very important to keep learning and have that learning mindset. You can go into roles like safety investigator, you can go into a role like an auditor, or you can get into the training and checking space. So there's plenty of things that you can do, and each of those jobs or roles just adds to your skill set. And I don't know everything. I certainly don't know. I'm still learning. I'm sure everyone here understands that, and it's important to just keep that in mind. Number 3, initiative and common sense. Pretty obvious one, but initiative is really important, especially if you get into an airline role or some other support role where you're supporting the person in charge, generally the captain. That captain will really appreciate you being proactive and showing a lot of initiative, because it's really important to be able to provide that support. And when you have your turn, whether it's in the left seat of an airline or whatever it might be, you'll appreciate that as well, having that given to you. The 4th one is emotional intelligence, EQ. So I have seen pilots blow up a little bit over certain things when they get frustrated. Airline flying can be pressure flying. It can be difficult when things go wrong, bad weather. You get engineering problems, you're delayed, and it's hard work, and you've got time pressure, and people react differently under pressure. And you've just got to keep that emotional intelligence in check and make sure that you respond but don't react. So it's important to keep that in mind. And if you can keep practicing that, when the going does get tough, you'll actually be able to get through it, because you'll keep yourself calm and remain calm under pressure, which is very important. And the last one, enjoy the journey. So it's too easy to get caught up in what's happening next, what's happening in 5 years, how do I get to that job? Whatever job you are in and whatever pathway you choose, just take the opportunity to enjoy it as you go. It will go too quickly. It sounds crazy, but it will. And before you know it, you'll be like me, looking back over 30 years. So take that opportunity and enjoy it. Don't be preoccupied on the end goal so much, but what you're doing right now. So I just wanted to finish off. I have observed you all, of course, and was fortunate to be able to meet you beforehand, so that was really valuable for me. I see a lot of potential in the group QG33. You're a great group. I think there's a few in-house jokes going on that I've picked up, a few in the video, a few in the room back there. I really enjoyed that video, by the way, so congratulations on the people that put that together. It makes me want to jump out and take a plane and go flying at sunset, but don't think I'm allowed to do that, right? But that's certainly what instilled in me was the desire to go flying. So I just wanted to say, yeah, just be in control of your career, be proactive. Choose a pathway, but choose it with some wisdom and insight. Seek out some advice and do it with a process and a robustness, so you don't just sort of jump around all over the place. You'll reach some crossroads and you'll have difficult decisions to make, but don't be afraid of making that difficult decision. One door will close, but another will open. It certainly happened to me, and it happens to most people. So just keep pushing on. Don't give up. So keep in mind your goals. Don't be afraid of making the hard decisions. And also, you are the future leaders of this industry, so you've started well, and if you keep going the way you're going, you will be where I am, or possibly further along than I am, and I'll be long retired, and you'll be running the industry. So welcome to the industry, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.
I'd now like to invite the Toowoomba Regional Council Mayor, Jeff McDonald, to address the audience.
Well, this is a fantastic occasion. It seriously is. And for the 16 graduates of QG33, you can only imagine how excited your family and friends are in the room here as well. Are you excited? I know it's draining, this weather, but we are excited. It's fantastic. And when you look around and see the faces, the smiling faces on those that are here, it's brilliant. And I'm sure those that are watching online will also have a grin ear to ear. It's a wonderful achievement. On behalf of the Toowoomba region, can we congratulate you, the 16 graduates. I hope you've enjoyed your time here in the Toowoomba region the last 56 weeks or so, and you've enjoyed it enough to want to come back, probably when it's a bit cooler, looking at all the people fanning themselves. But certainly it's a pleasure to have you here. We wish you all the very best. There's been some great advice given from Pierre and also from Tony. Tony mentioned something that triggered my mind of an event that happened today. I went to a 107-year-old birthday party. 107-year-old birthday party. This lady was born, obviously, today. It's 107 years ago, which was only around 8.5 months before World War I finished. 107 years. So if you wind your careers forward, even half that, what would that look like, I wonder? But her message to me, and I said, and I was looking for something juicy, I've got to be honest with you. You know, like I've smoked a cigarette every day or, you know, drunk rum every night, whatever it might have been. And I said, Edna, what's your secret to longevity? And she simply said, hard work. Hard work. And that intrigued me because I wondered, what job did she do for all those years? She was actually a cleaner in a hospital and a cleaner in aged care, all her career, all her life. So she was active, she was busy, she was always busy. So work hard. I guess that's that's one little ingredient for you to get to 107. There you go. But look, on behalf of the region, congratulations again, and a big thank you to FTA, to the Qantas Pilot Academy, to the Wagner Airport here, Toowoomba Wellcamp Airport. This is extraordinary to happen in our backyard. So for all of you, if this is your first time visiting, I hope you've seen enough to come back. And for all of those who live nearby, keep coming back. And I'd love to see you flying a big bird into this aircraft, into this airport someday soon. And if I'm lucky to be on there, put me up the front of the plane. And in closing, you will all receive one of these little pins. It's our floral emblem. It's the Toowoomba violet, and its story I mentioned, World War I. After World War I, mothers who lost their boys in the war got together and grew these little flowers. They grew them and they put them in bundles of 50 and they sold them for threepence. They raised enough money to build the Mother's Memorial, which is a permanent reminder of the freedoms that we have didn't come for free and a mother's love for their son. It's a very special badge. The meaning behind it is probably more impressive than the look of the badge, and that's why I tell the story. So you'll get one of those tonight as well. But again, congratulations. It's my great pleasure to be here.
Well, now it's time that we hear from the course leader of QG33, but before Sam takes the stage, I'd just like to say a few words of my own. And firstly to you, Sam, I just want to thank you for your outstanding service as the Academy's student president. You've been an incredible role model to us in the student committee and to the entire Academy, and we truly appreciate all your efforts and acknowledge what you've contributed, so thank you, Sam. And also to QG33 as a whole, really a heartfelt thank you to each and every one of you. You've all been really wonderful friends, to especially us in 34. You guys have always been up for a chat, always there to lend a helping hand and warn us about what lies ahead. And it's really hard to imagine what this place is going to be like without you guys. So on behalf of QG34 and on behalf of the Academy, I just want to wish you all the very best for your interviews coming up and for your very exciting careers ahead. But now, could you please put your hands together and join me in welcoming the course leader of QG33, Sam Moore.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sam Moore, and I'm the course leader of QG33. I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome you all, and I'm honoured to be joined by our instructors, FTA staff, family, friends, distinguished Qantas Group guests, and Mayor Jeff McDonald. Thank you for all being here today. Seeing the amount of people here to watch us graduate reminds us all how much support we've had throughout this journey. It's hard to put into words what the past 55 weeks have meant to us. The 16 of us graduating today left behind family, friends, and everything familiar to come to Toowoomba and chase a dream that we've all held on to for years. We knew it wouldn't be easy, but I don't think a lot of us realised how challenging it would really be. This program tested us in every way possible, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Early mornings, late nights, flights, tests, everything that pushed our limit, and the constant study and training. It wasn't just about learning to fly. It was about proving to ourselves that we have what it takes to do this and anything else we want to do for the rest of our lives. But through all the ups and downs, something incredible happened. We grew together, not just pilots, but as people. We learned to adapt, stay calm under pressure, and to push through when it would have been easier to give up. Most importantly, we learned the value of teamwork. Every single one of us has leaned on someone else in this group at one point or another. Whether it was sharing knowledge, offering encouragement, or simply supporting one another, we've become a family in a way that only shared challenges and shared achievements can create. Now, much to everyone's excitement, it's time to talk about my individual course mates and how every single one of you has brought something special to this journey. Adrian, the silent assassin. You never had to tell anyone how hard you were working this year. We could all see it. Your calm determination and quiet focus set an example for all of us. You've shown us that actions speak louder than words, and we're all better for having you on this journey with us. Nick, your positivity and boundless energy had a huge impact on our classroom environment, especially when we needed it most during ATPLs. You're funny, outgoing, and most importantly, welcoming to everyone. You always make time for a chat with anyone, and you've got enough chat in you to hold a conversation with a brick wall, so thank you. Ben, your determination has taught us all not to give up. Even though you were met with challenges out of your control earlier this year, to the point where FTA created a new course just for you, you pushed through it and showed us what true determination looks like. Your resilience reminded us that setbacks are an opportunity to grow, and your unwavering commitment to reaching your goals has been nothing short of inspiring. Nathan, we knew you were a true Gold Coast local from day one with those bright boardies that you've worn proudly all year. You haven't been afraid to speak your mind, which has saved our course on several occasions. Whether it was clarifying something we all missed or standing up for what mattered, your honesty has been a huge asset to all of us, and we're lucky to have had you this year. Siavash, your kindness and thoughtfulness has been at the heart of our group this year. From setting up Easter games to remind someone of home, to always checking in on those around you. You've shown how much you care in ways that truly matter. Whether it's talking to an ex-FTA student flying a -8 over CTAF at Harvey Bay, or filling the room with your booming laugh. Your constant happiness and energy has been infectious. You've made this journey brighter for all of us, and we're so grateful for everything that you've brought to our course. Simon, where are you? There you are. I've never met someone as passionate about aviation as you. The depth of your knowledge and the determination you've shown all year to better yourself, both as a person and a pilot, is an example that all of us follow. Your guidance has helped me and others see things clearly when we've struggled. In the heat of the moment, you've always remained calm, collected, and ready to tackle anything thrown at you, always with that signature grin. Your positivity and composure has been inspiring for all of us. And happy birthday. I'm sure we're going to celebrate with you. Alessio, you're one of the first people I met at FTA, and from that moment, you've supported me through the entire year, which speaks volumes about the sort of person you are. Your genuine care for those around you and your willingness to lend a hand whenever it is needed has made all the difference. Even though you battled with air sickness, showing us it is possible to land an aircraft while being sick on a solo flight, you kept pushing yourself and others, being a constant source of encouragement. I'm grateful to have had you by my side this journey. 7. The holder of the joint highest safety score at FTA and the first person at FTA to receive therapy from Brisbane Centre. Your late arrival to our course proved that good things come to those who wait. Your witty comments have had us all in stitches at some point this year. Your ability to back it up with exceptional flying and ground school results has earned you the respect of everyone. You've shown that you can be both a standout performer and a source of laughter, and your balance of hard work and humour has made this journey all the more memorable. Chris, you are the hardest working person I've ever met. Your 18-hour daily stints at the training centre during ground school motivated all of us to push ourselves harder than we thought we could. You've been a mentor and a friend to me this year, always listening and telling me what I need to hear, even if it's not what I want to hear. Your honesty and work ethic has set a standard for all of us, and the dedication you put into everything you do is something we're all going to strive to emulate. Pat, you're the only person I've heard of to not bring a protractor into an ATPL nav exam and still make it as far as you did. To me, you've not been a course member, but a mate. Someone who's reminded me to work hard, but to have fun. Your ability to balance dedication with enjoyment has kept the energy up for everyone. And your laid-back attitude in the face of pressure is something we will all admire. You made this journey not only possible, but enjoyable. Adam, it'll be a great day for everyone when we figure out how you couldn't ever find Mudgee on the ERC charts, but you still managed to score 100% on ATPL flight planning. Even though you are one of the youngest people on our course, you didn't let that hold you back. Instead, you showed us how hard work pays off in the best way. Your humour and calmness was always a source of relief, helping us relax whenever we were around you. Just for clarification, no, you don't need to be a doctor to fly for the RFDS. Cam, your flying has left its mark at FTA, literally changing the FTA departure plate. Your ability to learn and teach, as well as your willingness to help, has been a huge factor in the success of many of us here today. You've always been someone people could count on, whether it was for advice, support, or even just a good laugh. You've also been our personal bartender, which for the most part has been a good thing. Your knack for knowing exactly what we need to do to unwind has been appreciated more than you know. Bruce, it is well known that hearing can degrade as you get older. This seems to be true for you, as we always know when you're around blasting Instagram reels. As the most overqualified student here, holding a medical degree and a PhD, you showed us what hard work looks like and not to take everything too seriously. Your ability to make even the most complex topics seem simple is something we all admire. Hopefully you do figure out how to use radio frequency though. It has been funny hearing you on CTAF calling for AMLI clearance. Lewis, it is known that you have the best radio voice in QG33, which is always great to hear, except when you're on Brisbane Centre for the wrong reasons. Even though you are one of the best pilots I've met at FTA, your humbleness and willingness to always learn and improve has set you apart. You never boast about your skills, but it's clear to all of us how much dedication and hard work you put in. Your ability to stay calm, handle pressure, even after confirming the wrong engine on your Mecca, and to lead by example has been something we all look up to. You've not only been a great pilot, but an even better mate throughout this journey. John, although you are the youngest in QG33 at just 19, you have been my role model this year. With a perfect flying and exam record, you've shown us how to remain calm, collected, humble, and appreciative of everyone around you. Watching you not only progress through this course, but also helping others has been truly inspiring. I've got to say, backseating you during IFR flights is one of the most humbling experiences I've ever had. You've made everyone around you feel like family, and I'm genuinely excited to see where you end up in the future. Just please don't ever touch a guitar again. Adrian, Nick, Ben, Nathan, Sivash, Simon, Alessio, Seven, Chris, Pat, Cam, Bruce, Lewis, and John. Thank you. To our instructors, thank you for guiding us, for challenging us when we need it, and for believing in us on days when we doubted ourselves. You helped us turn a dream into a reality, and we will always be grateful for the role that you have played in shaping us into the pilots we are today and the pilots we will become in the future. To our families and friends, thank you for everything. You've been there from every moment through the highs and the lows. Your support, encouragement, and belief in us has made all the difference. We wouldn't be standing here without you today. To everyone else, thank you for celebrating with us. It means more to us than we can express in how much you believe in us as a group. Now, as we leave the Qantas Academy and step into the next chapter of our lives, we know there are challenges ahead, but we're ready for them. This program has prepared us not just to fly, but to face whatever comes our way with resilience and determination as pilots. To my fellow graduates, QG33, I'm so proud of what we've achieved together. I wouldn't have wanted to do this course with anyone else. This is just the beginning. I can't wait to see what the future holds for us. Thank you, and congratulations to us all. We made it. Could I now invite Simon and Lewis to present the course gift to Pierre? I'll now ask Mayor Jeff McDonald to present our course with their course momentos. Chris Arias. Alessio Bianchi. Simon Choice. Lewis Cole. Adam Glowacki. John Milicia. Nick Mason. Pat McNamara. Siavash Mosanen. Seven Ranawaka. Ben Skula. Nathan Stewart. Cameron Thomason. Bruce Yogan Tharaja. Adrian Ewan.
And let us not forget Sam Moore. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are now at the exciting part of the evening, the award presentations. There will be 5 special awards presented tonight, all in recognition of different students' outstanding achievements throughout the course. Firstly, we have the Academic Award, presented by Kelly Bandit, General Manager, Wellcamp Airport. This award is presented to the student who has demonstrated the highest overall score during the ground theoretical component of training. And the Academic Award goes to Cameron Thomason. Now, the Wings Award. I invite First Officer Glenn Harris up to present the award. The Wings Award is presented to the student who has achieved the highest standard across the flight training component of the course. And the Wings Award goes to Sivash Mosen. I now ask Captain Tony McDonald to present the Qantas Group Award. This is a unique accolade awarded by Qantas to the person who has represented the Qantas brands, values and mindset throughout their time at the Academy. The Qantas Group Award goes to Nathan Stewart. All right, the next award is the HCAP Award. This is a special award sponsored by the Honorary Company of Air Pilots, HCAP, and is presented to the student who has displayed continued excellence, professionalism and airmanship throughout the flying phase of the course. The HCAP Award goes to John Milicia. I now invite Mr. Pierre Sain to present the next award. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, the highest award a school can bestow upon a student, the overall award for excellence, the Course Dux Award. This is presented to the student who has the highest consistent marks in all components of training throughout the entire course. So a little drum roll, please. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please join me in congratulating the Ducks of QG33, Nathan Stewart. Well, a huge congratulations to all of our award winners tonight, and especially our Ducks, Nathan. Very well done. But now that brings us to the close of the graduation ceremony. Before we conclude, I just want to take a moment to acknowledge and thank all the FTA support staff that have made today's graduation possible. So would you please join me in thanking them? And also on behalf of FTA, I'd like to thank those joining online. The live stream link will now soon be closed. So we'll now very shortly invite our pilot graduates to please come forward for a group photo opportunity. Once this is done, guests may join them for a photo as well. After the photo session is complete, there will be drinks and canapés served. Please also note that this is a working hangar, and therefore the pack-down team will need to start at 7 p.m. to get the hangar back in operational order for tomorrow. So again, on behalf of FTA and the Qantas Group Pilot Academy, thank you all for attending, and I hope you all enjoy your evening. Let's hear it again for QG33.